Hello once again. It's Mr. Fred back here again. Welcome back. I hope you're staying safe. There's COVID-19 out there. So, what do we have today? I'm here to teach you English, and today I want to teach you sentences. Sentences. So far, everything I have said can be divided into sentences. In our last lesson, I talked about word classes. You can see that words are joined together to form different structures. The largest structure in English is the sentence. Of course, sentences are added together to form paragraphs, and paragraphs are lumped up together to form essays. So today I want to talk about sentences. Have you ever heard about sentences? So, let's do a little background. There are two ways to identify sentences in English. We can identify sentences using structure. So we have types of sentences according to structure. And we also have types of sentences according to function. As I speak with you, please pay attention and look at my whiteboard to see what I'm talking about. So let's start with types of sentences according to function. Just as words have different roles, sentences have different roles. So we have four types of sentences according to function. So according to what they do, the role they play. So first of all, we have what is called statements or a declarative sentence. A declarative sentence is a sentence that states something. It gives a statement. It says something about someone. So if I said something like, I am a man, or my name is Mr. Fred, that's a statement. That's a declarative sentence. I'm sure you've figured it out now that you use a lot of declarative sentences every single day. When you tell about yourself, you're making a declarative sentence. So if I told you to write an essay about yourself, or if you have written an essay about yourself before, you'll find out that you wrote down a lot of statements, a lot of declarative sentences. What's to know about declarative sentences? A declarative sentence ends with a period, or what we call a full stop. So that's what you need to know about a declarative sentence. The next type of sentence according to function is an interrogative sentence, which is also known as a question. An interrogative sentence asks a question. I'm sure you know a question, right? A question is a sentence that asks something. And typically, when you're asked a question, you have to give a response, right? All questions end with a question mark. There are a lot of questions. We have W and H questions like what, where, why, when, how. All these questions end with a question mark. How are you? Question mark. Where are you? Question mark. We have yes, no questions. Yes, no questions are questions that are asked and typically gets a response of either yes or no. Are you happy? Yes or no. Do you like ice cream? Yes or no. Those are yes, no questions. So you should know that even indirect questions like, do you know the way to the cinema? Such questions, they are still questions and they all end with question marks. What's the next type of sentence according to function? We have what's called imperatives. An imperative is a sentence that asks you to do something. It commands you. We hear imperatives all the time. If you approach a police checkpoint and they say stop, step out of the car, these are commands. They tell you to do something. Even when your parent tells you, pack up after eating, that's a command. Okay? So the last sentence according to function is exclamatory sentences. Exclamations. We all exclaim every day. An exclamation is a sentence that expresses strong emotions, surprise, excitement. For instance, hey, I made it. This is the best day ever. These are exclamatory sentences. All exclamatory sentences end with an exclamation mark. If you look on my screen, you will see what an exclamation mark is. The essence of all these sentences is so that you can identify the type of sentence you use the right sentence at the right time, and put the right punctuation mark after each sentence. I've come across lots of students who just write questions without a question mark. That's why I went through the different types of sentences. Today you have learned about the types of sentences according to function. We have declaratives, they tell you something. We have interrogatives, they ask you something and with a question mark. We have imperatives, they command you. And we have exclamatory sentences, they express strong feelings and they end with an exclamation mark. I hope you learned today. So go ahead and make your sentences today and put the right end marks. Thank you very much. See you next time.